Well, let me just ask this, if you don't mind, Secretary Carter. It would help if the barrel bombing ended. And I spoke to a Democratic colleague of mine today. I've been calling for a no-fly zone to stop the barrel bombing, and I asked this colleague of mine on the other side of the aisle if he would support that, and he said yes. He said, I want to call it something else rather than a no-fly zone, but that this particular senator, it is a fact that this particular senator has now changed his position and would like us to take action to prevent the barrel bombing. What is your position about that, and wouldn't it help if we took decisive action and ended this carnage?
I don't know the specific proposal which you're discussing with your colleague. Make one comment and then see if the chairman wants to add anything.
I think he was talking about a no-fly zone,
well,
but described in more palatable terms.
There are a number of different proposals have been made, but the one that I think the focus on right now is the one Secretary Kerry's trying to promote, namely a no-fly zone for the Russians and the Syrians who are attacking the Syrian people. If they're talking about a no-fly zone for American aircraft fighting ISIL, needless to say, that's not going to get any enthusiasm, get strong opposition from me.
I'm speaking about
but I think that's what it's. But it's not called that. But Secretary Kerry's trying to get a stand down of the Syrian and Russian Air Force, and if he's successful, that would be a good thing. You ask the chairman if he has anything to add.
Senator, the only thing I'd say is, as the situation on the ground changes, I think I have a responsibility, we, the Joint Force, has a responsibility to make sure the President has a full range of options. We have discussed that issue in the past under certain conditions. The conditions on the ground will change, and we'll continue to look at those options and make sure they're available to the President.
What about the option of controlling the airspace so that barrel bombs cannot be dropped?
All the options.
What do you think of that option, sir?
Right now, Senator, for us to control all of the airspace in Syria would require us to go to war against Syria and Russia. That's
Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. And as you can see, all right, you're having the war drums being beat up and being manifested before your eyes. All right, you got this wicked Edomite, Senator Roger Wicker, okay, from Mississippi, talking to the Secretary of Defense, Ashton Carter, and as well as the Joint Chief of Staff, Joseph Dunford, okay? And they're already coming out saying, yeah, if we want to stop, the bombings, as he call it, all right, you got to put a no-fly zone, which requires war with Russia and Syria. So here are the talks of wars, all right? But they don't want to call it no-fly zone, all right? And that's the devil for you, okay? So let me come out with a scripture. This is Micah 6:12. For the rich men thereof are full of violence. And that's what you're seeing right now. All these Edomites, the so-called white man here in America, okay, these top military personnel, these top politicians, they are full of violence. They want to go to war. They want to kill. They want to destroy, okay? And that's part of prophecy, which will happen. And the inhabitants thereof have spoken lies. And their tongue is deceitful in their mouth. And that's what you're seeing right now. Okay, they want to change semantic. They want to change words. Let's not say no-fly zone, but that's what we want to implement. Let's call it something else, all right? And that's the so-called white man for you, okay? The devil on the earth, okay? And you so-called white people, man, the Lord's got something for you. So let's get to a news article, all right? We'll start with Reuters. This is top U.S. general unwise to share intelligence with Russia on Syria. This is from Washington. It says the top U.S. general told Congress on Thursday it would be unwise to share intelligence with Russia and stressed that would not be one of the military's mission if Washington and Moscow were to ever work together against Islamist militants in Syria. So he, all this is the proof that the so-called white man's the devil. Okay, you have all these talks about peace treaties, about ceasefires, and you got the top general, okay, saying it would be unwise to share intelligence and that they don't want to work with Russia, okay, to stop ISIS. Proving once again that America's funding ISIS, America's backing ISIS. Okay, so let's go back to the scripture one more time. Micah 6:12. For the rich men thereof are full of violence. That's you so-called white people. Okay, and the inhabitants thereof have spoken lies, and their tongue is deceitful in their mouth. All right, and that's you so-called white people talking about you're going to do ceasefires, you want to work with Russia. Okay, you Russians ain't no different either. You're a bunch of demons as well. But that's your MO. You lie to each other. You're all about deceit. All right, and that why? Because you have war in your heart. Okay, you are full of war. You are full of violence. You're full of death. All right. So here gives another scripture. This is Revelation 6:4. And there went out another horse that was red. That's you so-called white people. Okay, you're Edomites, red. Okay. And power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. And that's ever since you so-called white people came into power, okay, during the Renaissance, up until now, there's never been peace in the land. You've been destroying this earth. You've been busting a hole in the ozone layer. You've been polluting the water, okay? You've been causing all types of wars, all types of commotions, okay? And that's your MO, because you people are the devil, man. You're nothing but, you have wicked breeds through your veins, okay? And that they should kill one another, and that's what you so-called white people doing. You're killing one another. Now you got Russians wanting to go against America. Okay, you got the Europeans union fight amongst each other. Okay, everywhere you so-called white people you're against each other now. Okay, and that's one of the main things, one of the main reasons why America is going to be destroyed, because you're going to have Russia, the European Union, the Europeans. There's going to be a point when they're going to say enough is enough, and they're all going to shoot nukes at you, America, Babylon. Okay. So let me go on and continue on. And power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword. And that's you so-called white people, man. The great sword. What's that great sword? Okay, the modern great sword. Okay, because the gun that was during the 1500s, 1600s. Okay, that this great sword right now. Okay, because we're now in the present time is them ICBMs, and y'all gonna use them on each other. Okay, because that's you guys are the devil. All right. So let's get back to the article. It says the United States and Russia clinched a ceasefire deal earlier this month that held out the possibility of joint targeting of militants after the cessation of hostilities and delivery of the humanitarian aid. The text of one of the several related documents published on Thursday by the State Department and both countries would share intelligence and develop actionable targets for military action against the Al-Qaeda-linked group formerly known as Nusra Front. See, so America's backing, this is who America's backing, okay? Nusra Front. It also called for independent but synchronized efforts in the fight against Islamic State. But Marine, here's the point. This is the point I'm trying to get at. But Marine General Joseph Dunford, who you just saw, okay, sitting right next to that faggot, okay, Ashton Carter, talking to that demon, okay, Mr. Wicker, senator from Mississippi, all right? But Marine General Joseph Dunford, another faggot, okay, the chairman of the U.S. Military Joint Chief of Staff, suggested any such military coordination at a so-called, quote-unquote, joint integration cell will be extremely limited. The military, he said, had no intention of forging an intelligence sharing arrangement with Russia. All right? And that's enough on that article. That goes to show you the so-called white man here in America, he doesn't want peace. He wants war, because that's how this economy is ran, through war. Because there ain't nothing else being made besides bombs, planes, helicopters, okay, ICBMs. That's all you do here in America. You just create weapons of mass destruction. You are the creators of weapons of mass destruction. It wasn't Saddam, you fucking cocksuckers. Anyway, but it's all beautiful because you're going to fulfill prophecy and you're going to destroy America. Because that's all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Psalms 58:2. Yea, in heart ye work wickedness. That's right. You so-called white people. Okay, you top generals. Okay, you Joseph Dunford, Ashton Carter. Okay, you fucking faggots. All right. In your heart, you work wickedness. Okay, you're all about death and destruction. Ye weigh the violence of your hands in the earth. And that's what you've been doing since you came into power during the Renaissance. Okay, you bring nothing but violence in your hands upon the earth, man. Just like the scripture says, all right? That's why the Bible is beautiful, man. Okay? And we Israelites, man, okay, mainly out of GMS, okay, Great Millstone, okay, we watching, okay, and we got your number. You so-called white people, you're finished, man. You're going to go to war with Russia, okay? Russia, you're going to go to war with America. There is no peace, okay, until the Lord comes back, all right, period. So let's go to another article. This just came out today, RT News. Moscow says U.S. failed to separate rebels from terrorists in response to U.S. ultimatum over Syria. So there you have it, okay? Another point blank period. Moscow saying, you stupid Americans, you didn't separate the terrorists, okay, from the rebels. You were giving weapons to the terrorists and rebels at the same time because America, that's the only how to do is fund, okay, proxy wars so you can try to control the whole known world. But that's backfiring you because everybody's waking up to this shit. So let's read this article. It says the U.S. holds Russia responsible for the violence in Aleppo and is threatening to break off all cooperation with Moscow in Syria, the State Department said. Russia's asking the U.S. to live up to its obligation to separate U.S.-backed opposition from terrorists. Okay, so there you have it. America funds terrorists. In a phone conversation with the Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov on Wednesday morning, the U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry, a demon, okay, a skull and bones, okay, homosexual, okay, quote, expressed grave concern, end quote, over the attacks on hospitals, the water supply network, and other civilian infrastructure in Aleppo by the Russian and Syrian forces, State Department spokesman John Kirby said. John Kirby, this is another idiot. Quote, Secretary made clear the United States and its partners hold Russia responsible for this situation, including the use of incendiary and bunker buster bombs in an urban environment, a drastic escalation that put civilians at great risk, Kirby added. So here's the counterpart, what Russia said. The Russian foreign minister pointed out that a number of anti-government groups described by Washington as moderates refused to follow the ceasefire arranged by Russia and the U.S. on September 9th, instead choosing to side with Jabhat al-Nusra, also known as Al-Qaeda, and attack the Syrian army alongside this Al-Qaeda branch. Okay, there you have it. Washington is preparing to suspend the bilateral engagement on Syria with Moscow, including the establishment of the Joint Implementation Center, unless Russia immediately halts the attack on Aleppo and restores the ceasefire, Kerry told Lavrov. Which is all bullshit because America's the one that bombed Assad's army, okay? And then Russia retaliated and bombed the UN convoy, all right? Which you could look at in the other video. Point is, war is here. Russia and America are about to lock horns, just like the scripture says, okay, and America will be destroyed. All right, let's get a final scripture. It says Ezekiel 7:23, make a chain, for the land is full of bloody crimes and the city is full of violence. And that's what this, every city you can see under the sun is all about bloody crimes and full of violence. And you're about to see, okay, America manifest into that main bloody city, okay, like a chain that you can't break it. Okay, it's all upon crimes, upon violence. It's just, you got a long track record, America. And with that, you're going to go to war with Russia, okay? Because what you have been doing to the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, all right, in America, okay, that's your judgment, all right? Because what you so-called white people don't fail to understand, and we're going to keep drilling in your head, is that we are the Israelites. We are the 12 tribes of Israel, all right? And you people have been doing us wrong for far too long, and the Lord's watching, and that's why the Lord's going to set up Russia to go nuke your ass, America. And it's beautiful because it's part of prophecy, because you have to be destroyed in order for the 12 tribes to be united, okay, under the spirit and power, okay, of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, okay? Because when Yahweh Shai comes, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, okay, he's going to establish his new world order, his government on the earth. And you so-called white people, you go on in slavery, okay, and your ass is going to get beaten down, okay, with a rod of iron, okay, by so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American men, woman, and child, all right? Because in the kingdom of heaven, you got a lot to pay for, man. Get ready. And with that, I just want to get back to this video right here, all right? You see these so-called white people, man? They're getting ready for war, all right? And this is beautiful. So with that, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, double honors to the apostle of Great Millstone, and salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. And you already know our slogan, 1, 2, 3, death to America. Shalom.